This video is about 10 things people do not like about Maine. I did some research to figure out like what my next main topic would be, and I figured this would be an interesting thing to talk about. I gotta apologize, my lighting's bad. I had to change my schedule, so I have to record during the nighttime. Um, you get I get what I get, and this is how I do it. Um, so first thing that people don't like about Maine is the weather. It's cold and it snows. There's no way you can get around that. If you don't like it, do your research and realize that it's the most northeast state. So no way around that. Number two, and I completely agree with this one, is taxes. Everything in the state of Maine seems like it's taxed. The sales tax, there's a sales tax, and there's different states don't have sales tax. Like New Hampshire doesn't have a sales tax at all. So when they come to Maine, especially new people from New Hampshire, they expect to pay the actual price and not the sales tax. It's hard for them to get used to, but that's just how it is. I don't agree with it either. Third are the tolls. If you're from New England, all of New England, you're familiar with tolls. People who are not from New England, yeah, this is a hard thing to get for them to get used to, and you will get fined if you don't pay tolls. Like they will hunt you down. They will find you and hunt you down. You'll get a little nasty gram in the mail, and then you'll get a bill with fines. I think it's like a $75 fine for the first offense or something like that. I've obviously had my issues with them. Um, the fourth one is, and this is getting into politics. Um, Paula Page. Paula Page is, and you have to understand Maine politics for this one. Maine politics is cutthroat. They will throw mud, they will throw stones, they will dig dirt up, and they will find and use anything against you. Paul LePage at one point was a Democrat, and then he went Republican, and he became the Maine governor. I think he was the governor before, like they just had an election, and Governor Mills became governor, so he was the governor before Governor Mills. Um, very he he is very controversial. I wouldn't say controversial, but the way he said things is he could have said them a lot better. There's one thing in particular that I won't repeat or try not to repeat. It sounded very racial and very racist, and it was about gangs bringing drugs into the state of Maine. All gangs, but the way he said it just was dumb. He said it wrong. There's 100 ways to say it, and he did not say it right at all. Um, like him, hate him, he was a good governor for the state of Maine, but the media crucified him. Like just crucified him, made him sound made like it's very like they crucified him is the easiest way to say it. So a lot of people don't like the state of Maine because Paula Page. Um, and that's just one person. That's just one governor. So that's the best way I can describe it. Is yeah, without getting. And now we're going to slide into our fifth topic because it's just the same thing pretty much. Is politics. Uh, the politics in Maine are so divided right now that it's just don't go to the bar and start talking politics. You never know who's going to be there. You never know the crowd. Know your crowd, I guess. And our six are the potholes, or frost heaps. Maine does have frost heaps because it's Maine. If you don't know what a frost heap is, it's you have a road, and it's pretty much where the frost pushes up the road. Our towns don't have a lot of money, so they don't have enough financing to repair the roads that often or in a timely manner. The toll roads, the highways, are because they have tolls are funded, so they're very well taken care of. But you get off road and it's something else. You'll find roads in Maine that go, you know, in nowhere, or they're covered like a lake. It looks like a lake. That just is. But yeah, that's Maine. Number 7. One of the biggest complaints that people have about Maine is the accent, how we talk. Um, Ka, door, dooryard, Harvard, or Harvard yard, stoved up. You're gonna have to get used to it. You don't like it? Stay out of our state. That's all I gotta say about that. It's how we talk. It's how Mainers are. Um, I gotta say the fake Maine accent drives me crazy. I understand that part, but you're gonna have to get used to it. Number 9, biggest complaint. One of the biggest complaints that people have is that there's no nightlife. Agree on this one. You go to Portland, you're gonna have some nightlife. You go to Waterville, not so much. They have bars and they do have nightlife, but it's not like the nightlife that people are used to. Like when I got out of the Marine Corps, I was stationed in California. I could go out every night and go someplace different. Same thing in Tucson, Arizona. I could go out and go to a different bar every night if I wanted to. It's not like that in Maine. You have limited choices of where to go, but you still have places to go. And number 9, the number 9 biggest complaint I found out about Maine is there's not a lot of food, which is not true at all. It's just not true. The person stated that Maine is all lobster and hot dogs, red hot dogs. The true part of that statement is there's a lot of lobster and there's a lot of red hot dogs, which are amazing. But Maine has so many different types of food. You just got to know where to look. Waterville, okay, I will say this: Mexican or Hispanic food. There's not a lot of variety of Hispanic food. There's a lot of commercialized Hispanic food, but Waterville has 2 restaurants. I've already said it in my last video, one of my last videos. Spanish food, very from Spain, and Tex-Mex, and that's authentic as you can get. It's a delicious food. Waterville has the Jewel of India, straight up Indian food, amazing. Portland, variety of food. So whoever wrote that article is pretty much ignorant. And number 10, this one annoys me. This statement bugged me. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I read it from the Washington Post. Stated that Maine was not a diverse state, that the population was mostly Caucasian, which is half true. Maine, the population is mostly Caucasian. It's French Canadian. Like there's Irish, there's like English. That's the makeup of Maine. But to state that it's not a diverse state is just ignorant to me, because obviously they've never been to Portland, they've never been to Lewiston, they've even like pretty much the southern part of the state is diverse. There's so many different cultures that go to Maine. It's diverse, like it just is, and it proves that whoever wrote the article has no idea what they're talking about, has never been to Portland or Lewiston. It just irked me, and it made my top 10. Like it is my top 10. Maine is diverse, touchy subject. But yeah, that's Maine. That's Maine's. That's what I read from my research, is that the 10 top 10 complaints of Maine. And it's not. They're not. I love reading this stuff, and I love reacting to it. Hopefully next weekend I will get a detecting video out. Like, subscribe, don't like. If you don't like, say why. Mainly dig out.